12:46 now. Welcome into Tech Time. Keeping an eye on your teen who is behind the wheel. Technology consultant Francie Black is here with a new app to help track your teen's driving skills. Very important and probably going to give some, minor heart attacks and peace of mind all at the same time.
Right. Well, I'm one of those moms. I've got some approaching teen drivers, and it's very scary. And so what this app is designed to do is really help coach your teen to teach them to be a better driver without being a nagging parent saying, you're driving too fast, where did you go, how fast were you driving? And it really does that for you. I mean, it determines that information.
Okay.
So the way that this works is it's actually an app. It's actually an app and a mic problem here. There we go, back on. So it's actually an app and device, and you plug this into your port under your dash in your car.
Right into your car.
Right into your car, and so this provides very accurate tracking. And what happens is when you go into the app, and it's both a mobile app as well as a desktop app, and it starts off actually with GPS location information, so it tells you where the car is, where it's stopped, and where they physically are. But if you want to actually get driving information, you go into the route replay and you can see actually where they were driving and get that information. Now, this is actually attached to a driver right now. I have a teen driver there, and I'm actually going to pull up a different date. Because they haven't driven a lot today. So you can actually go back in history and pull up any date to see how they were doing driving on that particular date. So just for today, they don't have a lot of activity. So I'm actually going to get history, and it actually shows the route that they took.
Oh, wow.
And whether or not they were speeding or not. Well, most of the time in this case that they're green, so they're good, but I can actually tap on any of these locations and I can actually see that they were driving 65 in a 60, which that's not too bad.
Right.
But sometimes it could be 60 in a 30 and you're going, hey, better watch out.
Now, do your kids know that they have this on there?
Well, I don't have it on my kids yet, but
Okay.
I have tested it, and it works really well.
Okay.
And so they can't fib. The thing with my kids is they'll go, well, I was only driving, 40, but really they were probably driving 60.
Right.
So what this does is it actually gives you a report, and so I'm going to go into the report card, and I'm going to select my demo driver here. And for December, they're not doing well, but remember, we only have 2 days in December, so I'm actually going to go into November and get a lot more data. So it takes all of that information that we just saw, puts it together, and gives you a whole report card and tells you how you're doing for the entire month. So how much speeding they're doing, accelerating, braking, and really gives you that full information to help coach you to be a safe driver.
Now, you said this is also not being used just for teens, which I think
right.
is really interesting. It's also being used for the elderly.
Yes, so if you have aging parents and you're concerned about, how they're driving, if they're getting out of their house, because you can set these geo fences as well, so it'll alert you if they get outside of a certain perimeter.
Okay.
And so a lot of people are using these for their teens for 2 or 3 months, till they're feel secure with them driving, and then they're passing it to their parents, especially if they live out of state.
Right.
So you can kind of know how they're doing.
Keep an eye on them. Okay.
Yeah. Now there is a fee for this. How are we doing on time? Do we have just a
Let's
second?
talk about the fee and wrap it up.
Okay. So there is a fee for this. The device is $80, and then you do pay a monthly fee. There are some apps that are available that are free, and we've actually touched on these a while back on some of these, but there's pros and cons to these. These aren't near as accurate. They don't give you the reports. I've got all of that on the website.
Okay.
So there's some differences there, so I want to make sure that everybody knew the full picture.
Okay.
But this is
there
super.
are choices, but this is the best if you want the most accurate.
You want the most accurate and the most detailed.
Okay, but you're going to pay for it. If you want to learn more about the apps Francie showcased today, go to WLOS.com, click on Tech Time. You can also sign up for her free e-newsletter, or you can go to her website directly, iPadwisdom.com, and you can sign up for her newsletter there. Francie, thanks.